Hello gamers and Magic the Gathering fans all alike. Welcome back to Halo's Opens and Reviews MTG cards like a noob. Getting the stream set up right now. So give me 1 second while I get that rolling. Hold up. Perfect. Okay. Sorry about that cutout in music. Just getting things set up here, guys. We're back again to go back through the Magic the Gathering cards that I was going through on the first day before I knocked the fuck out of my web camera. Good news is today I have it back on a mount, and I also have put some extra I would say zip ties out there to hold it on, so we should have any issues. That and some tape, more tape than zip tie, but I kind of jerry-rigged it, so if it falls again I apologize, but it should be fine, I think. Yeah, it's on there pretty tightly. So I'll try not to bump it. I've also tried to space it out more, so it's going to be a bit more of a close-up on the actual field of view. The reason being is I don't have to fuck with the focus as much, and then also it won't fall. Just make sure this is working. I'm just making sure the focus is working. Yep, okay, that works. Perfect. Okay. How are we doing today, stream? We're doing fancy. We're doing good. We're doing great. I will say also, I don't know how far we're going to get into this. I only have 200 of the clear seals left, and that's the ones I kind of want to use for the cards. So I might be going with the 200. If I feel up to it, I might just run through all the cards really quick without the seals, and then seal up on my own time. But until then, we're going to most likely be... oh god, the seals are sliding all over the place. We are most likely going to be sealing these cards, at least for 200 of them, at least. So there's that. I'm going to kick it back into the live camera now. Also, I'm doing this earlier in the day, so by all means, this should be, what's it called? This should be better lighting than yesterday when I was doing it right when it was turning nighttime. But yeah. Let's transition over to this and go into studio mode so I can see, make sure that we're focusing on the product. Perfect. Boom. There it is, chat. The Cool Stuff Inc. We are back in action with this bad boy. I am both still happy about this box, even though we've only been through like a small portion of it. So shout out to Cool Stuff Inc. as well. They have a different icon. Oh, I guess they do other puzzle game stuff. I'll have to look into them and see what they do. But this is how far we made it in, and I'm already kind of proud. For those who are wondering what happened to the rest of the cards that were there, I have them in the other card holder box from the last stream. If you're wondering, hey, can I catch up on last stream? What happened in it? I did upload it to YouTube, so we can go check that out. It should actually be going live today. Let me see where we're at on that, actually, because I just posted it because I had time to this morning. Oh shit, no, YouTube Studio, work with me. It's still processing. Okay, so that will still hopefully be up here shortly. I don't have an estimated timeline on it just yet, being the fact that we, like I said, I just uploaded it, but I also don't know how long the, YouTube servers are running right now, because I know there was some struggle earlier. Anyway, we're going to get back into this. I'm going to move it off to the side, on this side this time. Oh, I'm going to block the microphone. I'll put it right here. I can get onto another stack of cards. The main issue with doing this, like, we're starting to bookshelf it a bit here. There we go. So we'll get started on this set. So last we left off, we're looking at a lot of, like, aerial cards that seem to be in, like, the light space. And we're gonna get back into it. Which another thing is for you know, this set, a lot of people had like negative reviews on some silly things, which I didn't even think was an issue. They had said there was only spells, no creatures, a lot of duplicates. I will say there was a lot of duplicates in the sense that you get like 2 of each card, or 3 of each card, at most 4, and that was only 1 card so far. I don't think there's that many duplicates, on top of the fact that I hit like the skew right before I ended the stream last, where we were getting a truckload of creatures and stuff. So that's kind of where we're leaving off. Anyway, we're going to start with an Avian Sentry. Pretty cool artwork, not going to lie. We got Flying 3/2 for 4. Not a bad card. It's always good to have a flying card in your deck. It really messes with people because then they have to build a counter against it, and if they don't, then they're taking 3 damage each turn, which can, you know, if both sides are kind of met at a stalemate, can be a way to tie it or get an edge on an opponent. Like I said, I got 2 of these, which is nice. Like I said, highly recommend getting, you know, 2 of those. Oh, also, we got some pretty old cards, which I have put in the nice filament backs, which I really like. So if you don't want older cards, or you're a competitor or a collector that really wants really good card stuff, maybe this is not for you. But like I said, if you just want to play the game casually, honestly, I think this is the way to do it. But anyway, we're getting back into this. We got another Human Knight, it looks like. It's a Vanillish Honor Guard, 2/2. Vanillish Honor Guard gets +1 for each legendary creature you control. So this would be very helpful, actually, with the Assassin's Creed deck, with all the different legendary creatures we've gotten so far. Not to mention, we did get a couple legendary creatures from this, and we got a duplicate. I will say, I did have to humble myself a bit. I just realized back in the other stream that I did say, oh, it's the Human Knights fighting the Templars or whatever. No, I was wrong about that. That was actually something else. It's just Human Knights is an actual group of people in the MTG universe. Anyway, we got our first sorcery of the day. Create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance. So that's kind of interesting. That's a summon card. It's probably you want to use these when you have something that's preventing like creatures from being summoned. There's not that many cards that do that, but if it's, you know, something that you really need, this is definitely a niche card. On top of the fact it puts down a 2/2 with vigilance. I don't know if that works with summoning sickness. We got next one, first instance of the day. We got Shredding Wings. Shredding Wings deals 7 damage to a target flying creature, and is only 3. That's pretty good. That's like, even though it's technically a niche, 7 damage is a lot of fucking damage for only 3 mana. You're pretty much like profiting what? 2 damage over 2, roughly. No, technically a little over 2 damage a mana, because it'd be like what, like 2.1 or something. We got the Lotus Path Dijon with another creature. It is a Dijon monk. It looks like it's flying. It has prowess, which I never heard of. You can cast a non-creature spell. This creature gets +1 to the end of turn. Whoa, okay, so a non-creature spell. That's actually kind of cool. I don't know what non-spell, because I'm pretty sure all creatures you summon is a spell. Hence the reason why it comes with summoning sickness, but okay. We got the Warbringer. Holy shit text that you have on here. Warbringer, trying to run through this. It's an orc, a berserker. Dash cost, you pay 2. Less as long as the creature is on the battlefield. So what does dash cost? You may cast this spell for its dash cost. If you do, it gains haste and it returns from the battlefield in its owner's hand at the beginning of its next end. Okay, so this is something that I guess dash allows you to put haste down with haste, but it does return your hand for an extra cost, which is not bad if you are looking to what's it called, to get like a character down right away and try not to get killed, because this is a 3/3, and if you don't have anything that brings stuff from the graveyard, that is a good like safety card. We got the Minister of Pain, which kind of surprised that's what that looks like. Not as like climactic as I would have thought. Definitely cool looking armor. Exploit. When this creature enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice a creature. You may sacrifice a creature. I don't know why you would want to do that. Maybe there's a thing that does damage. When Minister of Pain exploits a creature, that creature, the creature your opponent controls gets -1 till end of turn. Oh, I see. So you could definitely set this up with like a goblin deck where you kill a goblin that does a shit ton of damage, and then you put a -1 counter on their creature, actively, you know, weakening their creature and either damaging it or the opponent, forcing them into like a standstill, which is definitely need to set up for that one. which can be kind of cool but also kind of risky. We got Salt Road Quartermaster. Salt Road Quartermaster enters the battlefield with a 2+1 counters on it. If you pay the mana cost, remove a +1 counter from Salty Road, put it on a +1 on a different creature. Okay, so this is technically a 3/3 for 3 mana, which is nice, and you can also, as say, pay cost to put +1s on other things. So it's kind of like a safety healing creature. Honestly, I would just leave this on there. I would even keep it as a 3/3 because 3 mana for 3/3, not bad. We got the Ancient Carp, which is kind of cool with the artwork it's got there. No effects or anything, but it's a 2/5 for 5, which is not bad if you need a defensive card. This is definitely one where you could probably find better ones. Like there is that one defender card that can switch off a defender and do extra damage, but you know, also kind of like the artwork on that. Really nice hand-drawn artwork. Moving on, we got the segmented Kurdke. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's like a centipede. It has Megamorph, which you may cast this card. Face down as a 2/2 creature for 3, and then turn it face up anytime for its Megamorphosis cost and put a +1 counter on. Okay, so this is definitely helpful because if you can get it down and don't want to get killed before it gets face up, you're pretty much hitting them as a 7/6. So it's definitely a risk play if you know they can't control that. I never really did face down mechanics, which is kind of cool. But anyway, we have the Shield Hide Dragon, Flying Lifelink. This one also has Megamorph, which is kind of a tanky boy. Is a dragon. Looks like you may cast this card face down as a 2/2 creature, and then you have to get a +1 counter on it. That's kind of cool. Oh, sorry, there's a bottom one. When Shield Dragon is turned face up, +1 counter on each dragon creature. Okay, so this is definitely built for a dragon deck. Also got the cool symbol on the back. I probably had other ones that had symbols and I was not paying attention. What the hell is that? Which side does this open up on? Hello? Hello? Is this just one? Oh, there it is. Okay, I thought this is like one layer. It's like, it's actually not a sleeve, it's just one piece of plastic on one side. I would say that's kind of messed up. Next one, we got another instance, which we actually get a lot of creatures this run. We got instance. Look at top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand, and the rest at the bottom of the library. I think we got this already. But hey, you know, if this is not, it's a nice 2 spell mana instant cost, which is nice. That's a good way to get land in your library. I also liked it back in the day when I played this. We had like a bit of a troll where if someone was going to do an ending attack, they would have a bunch of these cards in there, and it would just slow the game from ending, which is always kind of funny. We have Vulturous Avian, which is a flying vulture. Looks like with fucking hands, which is terrifying. Exploit. When the creature enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice a creature. When it exploits a creature, you may draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life. Okay, so it's definitely something you can do. I don't know if that's a good trade-off. I mean, if you're really in dire need of cards, like lands or something, that's a good way to do it. But you're already kind of hurting if you need that type of stuff. Instance. Shape the Sands. Target creature gets 0+5 and gains reach until end of turn. Wow. Okay, so that's definitely a good card, especially for one energy. I understand that it's technically niche with the reach because reach is only for flying, but +5 just tank on somebody. That could be like a life or death, you know, save right there. I think that's a great card actually. I might use that one personally. Moment of Craving. Oh, got a vampire card. Target creature gets -2 until end of turn. You gain 2 life. This is an instance, which is not bad. Technically, you could kill somebody if you put them under health. And you get life from it, which for 2 mana, it's not bad. Definitely for killing smaller creatures and gain life from them. For only 2 mana, that's pretty decent. Okay. You're probably wondering how I say kill. Like, so for example, if they have a 1/1 or a 2/2, that thing is gonna, that spell kills it immediately. Well, we got a dinosaur card, Colossal Dreadmaw. Let's go. Trample. This creature can deal excess combat damage to player or planeswalker it is attacking. So yeah, that's trample. You can always, you know, over damage essentially. Which, that's another thing I fucked up. I always thought trample was double attack. It's not double attack. It is, you do more damage to a person and it does it over. So I misread trample. My bad on that last stream. Please don't at me and get me mad at me. Ugh. Anyway, Impale. Sorcery card, destroy a creature. There is a cop outside, apparently, which is always good. Don't know how long that's going. I might need to close my window. Anyway, Impale destroys a target creature. Sorcery card, 4 mana, not a bad cost, not a bad trade-off. Definitely an anti-vampire card, technically speaking, because you're impaling vampires. Okay, we got the Bristoling Board. Now this bad boy, I think I have vivid memories of using this card. I know I used some board cards in the past on my online deck because I was able to get it in the virtual pack. Bristoling Board cannot be blocked by more than 1 creature. So that's good if you need to force people into combat. I will say for the Blistering Boar, it's one of those things where it's good to have something that pulls on multiple creatures. For those who are wondering, back when I played the games, I didn't actually like buy packs in game. It was more like there was games where you do challenges and the game would give you packs, so all the cards were already in the game. That's the older MTG games. I know some of the new ones now you actually have to pay for packs and stuff, like in game. That was not me. Anyway, Titanic Growth. Creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn instance, and it's 2, which is not bad. Definitely good to spam instances with that. Looks like we got another Impale, which is nice. Hold up. Gotta send a text message really quick to peoples. Ugh, my nose is killing me today. I'm sorry, I'm very sniffy. Okay, there we go. Sorry, it's also sent to my phone, so if I get a notification, I can see it, which is nice. Okay. Okay. Yep, that's another Impale. I'm gonna bag this card. We got a Walking Corpse, a 2/2 for a 2 energy. Good throwaway card. It's a zombie, obviously. Definitely got the spooky side of the deck today, didn't we? Got a bunch of death cards. We got the Hitchclaw Recluse. It's a nice reach creature that does damage to flying. Usually with a lot of these reach creatures that are cheaper that only do 1 damage but have high health, is definitely ones that tank flying but also reach out to do more damage to flying. Anyway, we have Trample on a 6/6 for our Colossal Dreadmaw again. Looks like we got a second one. I don't know why I didn't read the title to make sure I've already done that one, but read it nonetheless. Ooh, we got some land cards. Holy shit, this is the first land, and we got it for a dual land. Either you can tap it for dark or forest, and it's a foul orchid. Cool. I didn't think we were gonna get land. Holy shit. I think this is the first technical land. Like, we had 1 land that was used for utility, but this is definitely the first land card we've actually gotten. So it's technically 3 land out of however many cards we opened so far. But to be fair, I did get lands from the Assassin's Creed deck, so I'm not out of luck on that regard. We got Moment of Craving. We already did this one. The one that we're talking about, the killing smaller creatures for 2 life. For 2 life is not bad. We got Greenwood Sentinel. He's a 2/2 for 2 mana with vigilance. Doesn't attack because Attacking doesn't cause the creature to tap. Yep, we knew that one already. Not a bad one. Definitely one of the smaller, cheaper card. That's what I always say. We got another Hitchclaw Recluse and another Titanic Growth coming up here. So we're just gonna bag those. One of the things that I will say that it's really nice that when I do see some of these duplicates, when I'm commentating about this stuff, it does make it easier to take a moment to stop and be like, okay, well now I have time to talk about other stuff while we're waiting on the next card. Oh, we did this one as well. This was yesterday. Oh, I guess we can do it again. We got a Centaur Connoisseur. It is a Centaur Warrior with a 3/3, and it's worth 3 mana, which is not bad. 3/3 for a 3 mana is not bad at all. We got a Declare Dominant Sorcery spell for 5 mana. Put a target creature is +3/+3 until end of turn. All creatures are able to block it this turn. Do so. Oh, so it forces all the creatures to block this one creature. This is a good spell if you're trying to like focus damage on someone. So what you would do is you would use the sorcery spell to force all the creatures to attack like a 1/1 or something, and then you could, you know, get a nice good hit in. So this is not even a niche card, this is just a good card, period. Although it is expensive. Okay, we got a Jungle Creeper. We got fairly expensive to spend because it's dual cannon to cast with 1 mana. It's an elemental. You can pay a certain amount to return Jungle Creeper from your graveyard to your hand. So it's a reusable 3/3, and that's the reason why it's fairly expensive. Definitely, you're gonna need to build a Death and Earth that at bare minimum to use this bad boy. But having multiple of these can be fucking dangerous AF. We have the Vigilant Buloth. It's a 5/5 with Vigilance. It's not bad. And he is 5 mana put down. Not bad. Honestly, this is a good card. I say that because you're getting, like we said, that trade-off of paying, you know, the attack and defense of it, and also you're getting vigilance out of it. It's slid off, it looks like. We got 2 of these. It looks like we got the Leaf Crown Dryad. It is a enchantment creature. You can bestow it if you cast the spell card. Its bestow cost. It's aura spell with enchant creature. It becomes a creature again if it's not attacked to another creature. Okay, so it gives +2/2 and reach, which is kind of nice. So you can turn it into a creature to an enchantment, or you attach this, I'm assuming, creature to the creature you want to enchant, which is not bad. Put this in here. Okay, I got 2 of these, which again, actually having these for only 2 mana is not bad. It's definitely something you want to use. It'd be cool to like put one of these on the other one. I'm pretty sure you can't stack them. I think it's only 1 enchantment creature per creature, but it's nice to have. Looks like we got Omen Speaker. We have, with Omen Speaker, enter the battlefield, scry 2, which is nice for shifting a lot of stuff. Look at the top 2 cards of your library, put them. Put any number of them on the bottom of your library, and the rest at the top. Definitely good for getting cards out there for you. And that's going to be only a 2 mana for a 1/3, which is not bad. Definitely something you want to have duplicates as well for this one. For certain decks where you're just trying to like filter your cards to the best cards. That's why a lot of people underestimate blue decks, because what they'll do is they'll fill their hands with this, with a lot of scrying, which means you're pretty much, you know, filtering up all their cards that you need, and then just playing them out accordingly. So it's literally controlling your deck and how it's going to lay out, or you just get the good cards. So having a blue deck can be very scary, but it could also be taxing on your mana. We got a Vaporkin, which is another elemental, which is flying. Vaporkin can block only creatures with flying. So this one will block flying creatures. However, it can't, what's it called? It can't block any stationary creatures, which is kind of niche. For 2 mana as a 2/1, I mean, it does the job. Am I glad to have the card? I could do with something else, but you know what? It's good to have different, cards to play with. So you know what? That's worth. It looks like we got 2 of these. We got Korra's Follower. Untap another target permanent. That's kind of cool. So you can untap different stuff on the field. By tapping him, you can untap something else. And he's technically cheap, but you definitely have to play a Earth Water deck to get that down. We got a second one as well. Ooh, Frost Linux. I think I'm pretty sure I had this card. Or Frost Links, excuse me. Back when, like right before I quit the game, and this was a part of a physical deck. I think I got 2 of them. When Frost Link enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during their next untap turn. So this is something that you get to use kind of like a fuck you. You can't use that card for a couple turns, which is really nice for only 3 mana, and being at 2/2 is a good creature just to have on the field. Not bad. To have 2 of them, not even better, because you can just tap 2 creatures. So not a bad trade-off to have this card. I think I remember seeing this art. This artwork looks very similar back when I played the game. Wow, I got through a lot of elementals today. We got the Nimbus Naiad, which is Bestow, which casts Bestow cost. The aura spells enchantment becomes enchantment itself. Enchant creatures +2 and flying. Cool. So kind of like the one we other saw where it could give it reach. This one will just give it flying with the +2 benefit, which for a 3 mana, not bad at all. And then obviously it would take a lot of mana to bestow, but honestly, if you're not drawing cards and you need time to save creatures, I'm assuming the enchanted creature will be protected, which you can also use it again to make it a creature again. We have the enchantment creature Crab. We got a Crab. It is a Thuristus Emissary. Bestow. Bestowing this creature deals combat damage to a player. Draw a card. +3/+3. Whoa. Okay, so it's definitely a trade-off. Oh wait, do you get to choose what player? Does combat damage to a player. Draw a card. I can't tell if that's owner or opponent. That might have to be clarified. Which, again, is unfortunate. Not to say Magic doesn't explain a lot of their stuff outright, but it's one of those things where they definitely need to verify these things, because realistically it could be misleading to the player. I know there's a lot of pro players that'll be like, well, it's easy. Clearly it means this. Well, what if a player that's just started Magic doesn't know what that means? Now we're isolating people to start playing your game. Anyway. We have a Horizon, what's that? Chinamaria? I don't know what that is. Has a flash with trample. When you draw a card, you gain a life. Wow, that's pretty good. Especially if you get 2 of these on the field. That's pretty solid. So we'll get the second one in here. I am starting to see with this section that we're going through, there's a lot of duplicates, like in general of 2. While all the ones we did back in the other section, there was a lot of 2, but there's a lot of 1s as well. Anyway, we got the Horizon Scholar. It has flying. When Horizon Scholar enters the battlefield, scry 2. Look at the top 2 cards of your library and put a number of them at the bottom. So we got the scry, and it's a 4/4 for 6. That's okay. You're paying technically 1 mana each for each ability, so it's technically an even trade, but I don't think for a 4/4 personally, I like to play green decks. I'd probably like just to have a 6/6 or a 5/5 at that point. Which I'm glad I only got 1 of these. Okay, Pit to the Earth. It's enchantment. Creature gets -6/-0. What is the purpose of this? What the okay, so just to remove all of their attack? I don't know why you'd want to enchant one of your creatures with this, unless, like we said, it was mind control. So definitely a niche protection for mind control, but I would just use a kill spell, or I would just use like a miss spell to avoid damage of any kind. Because then you could just block all damage altogether. I mean, it's cheap. It's definitely cheap. Maybe to keep 1 of these in your deck on occasion if you're going against a lot of people, but definitely not something you want to keep in general. This one, Voyage In, we actually saw 1 of these or 2 of these yesterday, so this will definitely be a 3rd one. So we're going to put that in its pocket. The only thing I could see how people could be mad is this whole section I'm doing now is duplicate to this whole section here, which could never be a thing. We got another one of these. I know, ooh, okay, so we got 2 of these. So now we got 3 of these, so there's now we're hitting a lot of duplicates here. So we got 3 of these now, which again, still not too bad. A lot of people are going to be like, Zach, that's a lot of duplicates. And I'll be like, okay, but it's also a lot of diversity, you know? You could also theoretically sell magic cards, because a lot of people do that. And you could sell a lot of these duplicates for money, which then you're just making a profit. If you're only paying like 10 bucks for this shit. Okay, I'm pulling from the, here, whoops. Okay, Grip Tide, let's see what we got. Put the target creature on the top of its owner's library. Put target creature on top of its owner's library. Oh, that's kind of cool. So you can put a creature from the on the field to back in the creature's deck. So for 4 mana, that's okay. I just want to use a kill spell instead at that point. But hey, it's a card. That's something you can do, I guess. We have Jace's Indulgence. For 5 mana, you can draw 3 cards. This is both good and bad. I would say it's good because it definitely helps you get new cards in your hand, which is the obvious thing. But the one thing I would say that I'm like kind of against it is the mana cost, because here's the thing: unless you have a lot of fucking mana on the field, like you have a truckload of mana, you're using this to cast it, and then you barely have any mana to cast anything, which can be a problem within itself. I'm probably gonna grab another chunk out here. Which I don't think it's one of those things you'd want to do. Honestly, I could be missing something big. Like I said, I haven't played the game in a while, and there might be something big to that. But anyway, Fira's Warden. It's 4 mana for a 1/2. You can tap the creature, tap target creature with power 3 or less. Wow. Okay, that's kind of nice to stop like smaller brutes getting in. I don't know how that works when someone like uses enchantment on a creature or an instant spell that gives it more health. If that still technically means that, I would assume if it's tapped before that, it doesn't mean anything, unless an instance is used, and that means nothing. Again, I could be a useless card, could be good. I don't know. Definitely up in the air with that one. We got the Citizen Battle Priest, 2 mana, 1/3. When you cast a spell, the target Citizen Battle gains you 2 life. Whoa, that's kind of good. That's actually very good. For only 4 mana, you're getting a 1/3 out of it. Not bad. Definitely something you're not going to want to attack with unless it gets pulled into attack. Because that's something, if you build a lot of spells, that's going to be like giving you a shit ton of health back. Let me see if that's going through really quick. Okay, I don't think it's going through. Sorry if you guys hear police in the background. Like I said, there's police outside the apartment doing something with looks to be our service main, so I do apologize in advance for that. Anyway, we got a Starrett Rambler, which is a trample 2/1 for 2 mana. Not a bad card, just to have an extra card that does a bit of damage and, you know, has trample, I guess. I mean, trample for only 2/1 is not too crazy, but, you know, at least it gets damage in if there's a 1/1 you're fighting. We got an Acheron Crusader for 1 fire. You get, whenever it casts a spell, the Acheron Crusader puts down a red 1 soldier token with a 1/1. So this is actually pretty good. I would say this is good for 1 mana. Even though it's a 1/1, it's just even trade-off. You are getting that benefit, which I think is amazing. Because then you could just, if you have a bunch of spells and he's already on the battlefield, or you just put him down for 1 mana and you have mana, you're going to spam that and have a bunch of tokens on the battlefield that you could either sacrifice or just group attack if they don't have that many blockers. Looks like we got a duplicate on this one again. Which, like again, I said, so far we've been seeing a lot of like 2 duplicates and a couple 3 duplicates. Not that many 1s, but I'm not too upset with it because it's always good to have duplicate cards, like I said before. So this is the one I got confused with trample. Double strike. This is the one where you're allowed to have the creature attack twice. It's both first strike and regular combat damage. And this is a 2-headed Cerberus. It's a 3. mana to cast, and it has a 1/2, which technically is a 2/2 because it hits twice, but not bad. I might use this if I just need to get something down or sacrifice a creature. Not something I would highly recommend. We got the Dragon Mantle, which is an enchantment. Enchantment: when a Dragon Mantle enters the battlefield, enchanted creatures has enchant this creature +1 till end of turn. Oh, I see. So you put an enchantment on them, which is kind of cool concept. I don't know if that's a good thing because you're spending 1 mana just to activate it, and then you have to spend all the mana on all the creatures just to boost their damage. I guess if you have a lot of mana and a lot of creatures down, that could be beneficial. In the sense that then you're just racking up damage. I would kind of play that card if I didn't have anything else to play at the time, or I just needed to do some excess damage. We got the Ill-Tempered Cyclops. He is a 3/3 for 4 mana. He has Trample. He has Monstery 3. If a creature isn't monstrous, put 3/1 tokens on. Put 3/1 tokens on it, and it becomes monstrous. Oh, so you can. Oh, so it's for 6 mana though. Okay, so that's not too bad. You can turn a 6/6 if you have spare mana. Definitely something you want to. I actually don't think it's a bad card, honestly. It has a trade-off of the 3/3, and you're already getting Trample. On top of the fact that enchantment, if late game, if you really need it, you got it. Looks like we got 2 of them, which is not bad. I don't know if for Monstrous, if it comes off, or Monstrous, I don't know how to pronounce the hell it. If it comes off after a round, if it ends on 1 turn, it's not the best, but it definitely gives you a lot of fucking damage. Finally getting to another section of land. We're now going to be hitting with this one here and this one in my hand for the duplicate. We'll be hitting 5 lands out of this whole section that we've already done already. Unknown Shores. Add 1 to your mana pool and tapped. You can spend 1 mana to add 1 mana pool of any color. So if you kind of utility land, which is not bad. Honestly, having these is not too bad if you really need a mana color. Realistically, if you have a lot of these, you could pretty much get any color mana. You don't really need to even use normal lands, technically speaking. But I personally recommend it because then you're not wasting extra mana just to get a color. We have the Storm Strike. Looks like it's an instance 1. Target creature gets +0/1 and gains the first strike until end of turn, and you can scry 1, which is not bad at all. That's definitely something where it's a niche situation, but you know what? I could see it's more than just one niche situation where it's not like you use this in one specific area and that's it. That could definitely be used in different scenarios. We got a War Flare, which is another instance. Fairly expensive spell with 2 mana and then 1 red, 1 white. Creatures gain +2/+1 until end of turn. Untap those creatures. So definitely worth it because you're definitely getting a truckload of damage buff out of that. And yeah, it's a good card. Honestly, I could see myself using this one for a Fire and Light deck, which is not bad. That is one thing with a lot of these stronger cards. They definitely force you to go into a dual color deck, which trying to balance it, I've learned, well, back then, I don't know how easy it is now. Back then was fairly tricky because it was one thing where you draw one type of land and you never get the other one. A lot of these multicolored cards could screw you if you carry too many of them. Anyway, we got the Azirian Cleric. It's 1 mana, 1 white. When Azirian gets into the battlefield, you get 3 life, and it's 1/3. For 2 mana, that is not bad at all. Beats the conversion rate with defense, and you get life out of it. So it's definitely something you could use as a defender and or what's it called? Boosting your health, which I always say is never a bad thing. That is one thing for those who haven't played Magic before. Light decks, at least from when I played it, one of their main things was get a fuck ton of health out of it to heal. If you haven't figured that out already. Whisk Away instance. Put target attacking or blocking creature on top of the owner's library. Okay, so definitely technically a niche scenario, but again, many opportunities to use this card. And for 3 mana, not bad. It's definitely that of like saving something. Which is not bad in the sense that it's only 3 mana and it avoids people predicting a protect. usually what I mean by that is when you have like an attack happening on you for like creatures and stuff. Usually if you're attacking somebody and you see they left a lot of untapped mana in their hand and they have a lot of cards, 9 times out of 10 it means they have what's it called? They have like a spell set up. So with with only 3 mana, that's actually kind of a good card. You always want to try and get counter spells that have lower mana, because then they're less suspecting of it, and you can use more of your mana, and they'll think, oh, well, he'll use most of his mana, he probably doesn't have a spell to protect him. Obviously, if they use all of their mana... Oh, what the hell happened to this card? Oh, I've seen better days. It's just this one card? Wow, this back of the... So, here's a downside to Cool Stuff Inc. We have a card here where it seems to have like some dirt or something on the back of it. I don't know if that's dirt, but it's definitely, you can feel here, for reference, those who don't know Magic cards, that's what it's supposed to look like. Definitely seen something. This definitely either got stepped on or oh, you can definitely wipe that off. Let me see if I can wipe that off. I'll be right back. We'll just do a brief test really quick, because I want to see if this actually got dirt on it, which would be kind of concerning, because that means other cards could have dirt on them. But we'll take a look. Just gonna do a brief wipe down really quick. Give me 1 second. Some dirt at the top as well. Jesus. I mean, it's not bad. We got it off. Okay, so maybe one downside to getting this pack is you actually find dirt on it. To be fair, they did say these are used cards, which makes sense. Oh, there's 2 little marks there too. I don't know what the hell that is. Okay. So for those who collect these in pristine condition type of stuff, I don't know where this stands as far as card goes, but sorry about that. Bumped the camera. Sorry, camera. I don't know where this card goes. I was able to wipe it off with a bit of water. Actually, hold up. Let me move this over really quick. I'll also probably take a quick bathroom break. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that, I'm back. Had to use the restroom, my bad. Had to take a bit of time there because I gotta play the Sing Your Happy Birthday song while washing your hands. Anyway, so go back to this card. I did use a bit of water and just wiped it down and dried it, and it came right off. So, not horrible, but you know, kind of a bit unprofessional for being a Magic team that you don't make sure you clean the cards. Also, I just noticed this, but it's like, can't really see it. There's like, what side was it on? It was one of these sides had these like little like scratch fuzzy marks. It's like right here. I don't know if you can see it. It's like you have to catch it in the light. I can't really see it on camera, but they have it on the back of this card, and I don't know why. Anyway, okay, so we got, moving on. We have Douse in Gloom. Douse in Gloom deals 2 damage to target creature, and you gain 2 life as an instant spell for 3. Not a good or not a bad trade-off. I would say that's fair. Honestly, if you're building a death deck, this wouldn't hurt to have this in your deck. It's kind of like a lifesaver, unless you have creatures that can withstand their life, Which, now thinking about it, there's a lot of death decks that kind of do that already, where it's like, it does have a lot of lifesteal stuff. But anyway, we got that. Moving on, we got Colgan Aspirant. Whenever Colgan Aspirant becomes blocked by a creature, deals 1 damage to that creature. Cool. Not bad. For a 2/2, that's actually kind of good, because then you're doing technically 1 extra damage when defending, and it becomes a 3/1, technically speaking. We got another Ancient Carp, which is not bad. I will say that as far as ooh, what was I gonna say? Cards go, not bad so far. We got way more creatures. What I really want to quickly do, sorry, this is distracting my mind here really quick. I want to see where that land we got was and see if it's another because we have so here's a Jungle Hollow. I don't know if that was the one that we got last time, because I'm pretty sure it was a green black land, but I don't know if it was the same one. I know that's technically doesn't matter because it's just a land, but it would be kind of nice to know if we got a different artwork for the land. Because my mind is failing me right now to locate this here really quick. Oh, I love also sliding through cards like this. It feels nice to feel the cards just slide through your hands. It's a really good feeling. Pretty sure it was at the end here, wasn't it? Oh, lordy. Trample. Did I pass it? Oh, these are sticking together a little bit. What the hell? I could have swore we got... I'm not crazy. We got land today, right? I could have swore we had land. That's why we're at the total. Which I should at one point probably put up a land counter for the 1,000 cards and see how many out of the 1,000 cards is actual land. Which for players who've been playing for a while won't matter because they probably already have land. While players who haven't been playing for a while kind of need those to play the game. Why can't I find the land? I could have swore we had the black and green land. I could be losing it though. Maybe it didn't happen. No, I swear I saw 2 of them. This is the water portion. Is it in the water portion? Was it near the beginning? Was it actually near the beginning? Am I just losing it? I could have swore we had land. No way. I don't mean to decide rail too hard on this, but the fact that feel like I'm imagining land makes me go crazy. I didn't put it back in the, no, I didn't put it back in the box. Oh, Foul Orchid, here it is. Holy shit. Okay, so definitely two different lands for black and green. Which, okay, so I wasn't losing it, thank God. I was like, I'm almost 100% sure we got 2 of them. So Foul Orchid is a different land art, so we do get at least different art look. However, it's just another black and green land, which is kind of concerning, being that we haven't gotten any other land colors besides those 2, minus the ones that are utility that can be any color. So not bad, but not good. We got the Sand Step Scavenger. Looks like we got, it's a Hound Scout. When Sand Step Trevor enters the battlefield, bolster 2. Choose a creature with the least toughness among the creatures you control that gets +1/+1 tokens. Okay, it's nice ways to buff your weaker creatures. Could be niche for a 5 energy. I don't think that's really worth it because you don't have the control there. I would at least want it to be a 3 mana. I think that'd be more fair. But hey, you know, it does the job. We got the Sibsing Host for 5. It's a zombie creature. When Sibsing Host enters the battlefield, each player puts the top 3 cards of his or her library into the graveyard. Wow, that's definitely a gambling thing. I would say this is actually good though to hang on to in your hand if you have like all your good cards in your hand, and then pulling that card to just bomb their cards, because if they don't have it, you just destroyed it. So then we got the Miss Hoot Karen. It is flying and vigilance. It has Megamorph for only 2 mana. That's not bad for a light. This you may cast this card, draw as a face down 2/2. For 3, turn it face up anytime for Megamorph cost a +1 counter on it. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, hello. I'm streaming. Hello? I think Mary might be trying to join me. Ah. Oh, she's yelling at me now. Oh, I'm muted. Hello, I'm streaming. Hello.
Oh, hi. You scared me. I didn't realize you were streaming.
Yeah, no, I didn't realize I was muted. I don't know if you want to watch the stream, but I can share it again if you like.
Oh, are you still doing the card openings?
Yeah. Also
Okay.
say hi to stream.
Hi. I'll be back. I'm just grabbing a couple things before I head home from work, so.
Okay, cool.
Alright, bye.
Bye. Anyway, sorry. Future waifu there, being fairly amazing. Going back to this card, it's great with the metamorphosis, which actually does help make it a stronger creature altogether. The fact that it's flying vigilance is just a top offer, so for 3, that is actually really good. And not bad, because you get all 3 of those categories, and it's just a 2/1 in the beginning. Oh, Miz is back in chat again. Here we go. Miz, I don't understand the nerd comment. Like, the fact of the matter is, if you're on Twitch, you're already a nerd. You came here for video games, unless you're actually here to watch people vlog, which, come on now. You're already a nerd. Of course, you know. It's like going into like a supermarket and saying, man, this grocery store sells food. Can you believe it? Anyway. Next card we got going is the Wandering Champion. Whenever the Wandering Champion deals combat damage to a player, if you control a blue or red permanent, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. If you may? Okay, so it's on a force. Good way to cycle, and only for 2 mana is a 3/1. That's pretty decent. I know a lot of people will be like, hey, Halos or Zach, just because it's for less mana, it does have like unbalanced numbers. I still feel like that's worth, though, because you're getting more damage, not to mention if you have one enchantment that buffs the health out of this creature, then you have like a fucking easy, you know, demolition creature to just wreak havoc on the battlefield. Anyway, we have we have Mrs. Card here, Mind Rot. This is what Magic inspired when they heard Miz existed. This is what Magic the Gathering's card that they made for her. Target player discards 2 cards. Not a bad card for 3 mana. I hope Miz is here to hear that one. She's either gonna get hella mad or is she gonna laugh her ass off. 1 of 2. We're about to find out. We got a Reckless Imp for 3. It's a 2/2 flying. It has flying. Reckless Imp can't be blocked, which is kind of cool. Has a dash. This card may. I forgot what dash was. You may cast the spell at the dash cost. If you do, it gains haste. Returns from the battlefield to the owner's hand at the beginning of its next turn, which is nice. Not a bad card, honestly. For 3/3 flying and it can't be blocked, that's definitely a good one. That forces a kill spell out as well on a weaker creature. We had Kindred Fury. I think we saw this one. This might be a duplicate. Target creature gets +1/+0 and gains first strike till end of turn. Not bad for a one mana spell. And also not surprised that being a fire deck is a cheap, you know, build up. Another thing I've learned with a lot of like fire deck stuff, and maybe this is just me, they do a lot of like cheap like one-off things. I don't know if that's normal. Anyway, we got Keeper of Lens. You may look at the face down creature you don't control. Wow, kind of cool. And it's a 1/2. Not bad. You can pretty much use it to see, you may do this at any time. I think it's a one-time thing, though. I don't think you can constantly do that. So that's kind of cool. Definitely worth 1 mana. It's just something that helps you like identify the issues. Technically a niche thing, but there is a lot of stuff now. I realize that is face down. You have Vial of Dragon's Fire. You can spend 2 mana and tap it to sacrifice Vial of Dragon's Fire. Doing this deals 2 damage to a target creature. Cool beans, and it's 2 mana. 2 damage for a technical artifact. That's a spell, sure. Definitely a niche thing though. If there's something that's causing you not allowed to play spells, that would be something you'd use just to cast damage on something. We got the Salte Scavenger. I don't know how to spell it. Devil. Each card you exile from your graveyard when casting the spell pays 4/1, which is kind of cool. And it's a 3/3 for but it's develop each card you exile from your graveyard while casting the spell pays which is not bad actually, because you technically could use that to get rid of it. Hello, how are you? 3/3 for a 5/6, which is kind of expensive, but definitely a good thing for building a deck where you need to get more expensive items down. We got a Nyx Infusion. Enchanted creature. Enchanted creature gets +2 as long as an enchantment, otherwise gets -2. Wow. +2 as long as an enchantment. Wait. Enchanted creature is +2 as long as it's an enchantment. So I guess if someone were to change this not into enchantment, it wouldn't be. So that's 3 mana, which is not bad. I don't understand how you would not make it an enchantment. I guess there's cards that could change the different type of spell it is. We got Reviving Melody. Choose one or both. Return target creature from your graveyard into your hand, and/or return target enchanted card from your graveyard. So it's just a good way to pick your cards back up, which is not bad. You got 3 for it. Put a creature and a enchantment back into your hand for 3, which is not bad. Honestly, I'm doing good. Just getting through this box that was rated poorly on Amazon. It is what is this called again? Yeah, Cool Stuff Inc. They offer on Amazon for like $10 to $20 1,000 cards. So I'm going through it to see if it's worth it. So far, I found out that a lot of these cards, people complain there's duplicates. I've only seen, there's a lot of them that have 3 to 2 duplicates, but I haven't seen anything I've seen 1 4 duplicate. And I don't think it's that bad. For people who are starting this game, I feel like it's definitely something where you can get a variety of cards easily. I will say there's not that many land, which is problematic. But, I think a lot of people that were complaining about this set was more of just people who have played the game for a while and don't need certain cards, or trying to collect stuff, or trying to get more of a competitive deck. Anyway, we got the beautiful Eidolon. Bestow it if you cast this card. Bestow cost. That's right. Gets the enchantment of Death Touch, which is really good, and a +1/+1 for 2 mana. Giving something Death Touch is very frightening. So this is a good card in my opinion. This is a really good card. I feel like Death Touch is very, people say it's underrated, but I think it's very good in my opinion, because you're pretty much having the ability to kill something without even having the amount of damage to kill it, unless you have a god or legendary card in the field. We got the Noble Quarry, which you can bestow this one. All creatures are able to block or enchant creature do so. I'll get +1/+1. Yeah, it's okay. Just makes them able to block it, which is not bad. I guess if you put it on your big boy. I mean, theoretically, I assume you could block an enchanted creature already. I guess, creatures that have that benefit. I mean, for 3 mana, I wouldn't recommend it, but, you know, unless you have something that works with that card. We got a sorcery card here up next. It's for 6 mana. We got a set Drift, which allows you to exile cards from a graveyard. Cast a spell for less 1. Put target non-permanent on top of your owner's library, which is very helpful. For 6 mana, that's kind of pricey, but you do get a lot of stuff out of it. So I guess if you have like a deck that build off of this, most of these cards, they'll be helpful, but this one you definitely need a deck to build off of. We are on to the Tegenman Scheming. Look at the top 5 cards of your library, put any number of them into your graveyard, and the rest back at the top of your library for 2 mana, which could be helpful if you are looking to like get rid of certain cards that you don't need. So say you packed your deck with too many lands, definitely helpful. For only 2 mana, it's a good way to control your deck. So not bad at all. There was no meme or pun there, by the way, when I said control your deck. Oh, lordy. We have Neutralizing Blast for 2 mana. Counter spell, counter target, multicolored spell. Oh, okay, so that's kind of nichey. So if you're definitely... I can see this being actually very helpful, because a lot of people say it's niche because you could fight a deck that's one color, but realistically, there is so many different people using multicolored spells and decks. That's actually very helpful. To be fair, I don't know how many spells and decks there are around this, in the sense that I don't know how many spells that actually require 2 different colors of mana, and if that percentage is high, especially in the day use today. So I don't know how competitive that is, but definitely something that can be helpful. We got our another land, which is an Evolving Wilds. You can sacrifice the Evolving Wilds, search your library for a land card, and put it on the top. So tapping this, I guess, allows you to search it. So you could just use it as land, or tap it to pull, get rid of it, and get a specific land of your choice, which is nice. It puts it at the top, right? Puts it into the battlefield tapped. So you pretty much turn this into an actual land of your choice of color, if you really need one, or just use it as its own color. So which is nice. Again, another utility land. So far we've only got grass and dark lands, but it looks like we're changing up because we finally got, ringing the bell, out of however many cards we've done so far, we finally got a different colored land besides dark and green. We got blue and black. It is a Dismilled Black Backwater, which is finally good to have a different colored land. I will say that a lot of people think, oh, these multicolored lands are pretty much the lands you always want to go with, and you don't want to do one colored lands. Well, I will say the one downside to these, and this has made people lose games from the ones I used to play back in the day, these multicolored lands do come in tapped, while single colored lands do not come in tapped, so you can use them right away. So there is downsides to these. Honestly, I only recommend playing these early game when you have really not much to play in the beginning. But anyway, we got another scavenger, which this will be, I believe, 2 for this bad boy. Okay. We got Lost Calm. It's a sorcery spell. Gain control of target until end of turn. Untap the creature. It gains haste until end of turn and can't be blocked this turn except by 2 or more creatures, which is not bad. You know, this is one of those situations where, like I said, you want to have the anti mind control cards, because this one is mind control. However, usually mind control cards are blue. I'm surprised this one is red, which is very surprising. Not gonna lie. Anyway, we're moving on. Oh, shit. Let me grab out another stack. I think we're reaching the end here, so I don't know how much longer we'll be going. We'll take another stack out here. We got another Jace's Integrance, which is either going to be 2 or 3 on the duplicate scale, which is not bad. Although we're finally nearing the end of or at least the halfway point of the first section. Sea God's Revenge. Return up to 3 target creatures and your opponent control in their hand. Oh, that's kind of cool. For 6, holy shit! I mean, it is 3 creatures. Scratch. I don't know if that's worth it or not, though. That's very expensive. I guess if you have all of your stuff down and you just need to make an opening, that can help. Definitely have a couple of niche scenarios for that, but goddamn. Anyway, we got the Stone Shock Giant. You can place him down for 5. He's a 5/4, which is not bad. And he also has Monastery, which gives him the 3+ tokens. It's cost a lot to use that. Being to use Monastery for this one, you need to cost 8 mana. So this is definitely a late game card. Sometimes you can't make it to late game, so this is very risky card, but not bad. We have Laguna, Band Elder. When she enters the battlefield, if you control an enchantment, gain 3 life. Not bad, not bad. I'm assuming it's a she, because Laguna sounds like a female name. Could be assuming genders here. I'm already hearing people get triggered. We did this one already, the bounty, which is good. This will be number 2 for the bounty. Number 2 for the bounty. We got Furrow Invocation, Flash Enchantment +2/+2, and it has 3 to spend. Not bad. Let me cast a spell anytime you can cast an instance. I don't know why they call it Flash. I mean, to me, Flash just seems like an instance card. I just don't get why they just don't call it instant. I guess because it's technically an enchantment, so you can cast it whenever, and it becomes permanent, which is kind of cool, but to me it's just so you could put an instance, it gets +2/+2 tokens. I don't know. Anyway, we got Boulder Fall. Boulder Fall deals 5 damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures and or players. Wow. Okay. That's definitely customizable. But for 8 mana, that's kind of rough, Chief. Especially if someone uses a counter spell, then you're fucked. That's very rough. I would use this if it was cheaper. I'm willing to take less customization for either more damage at least. So like if this was like say 7 damage, then I would think it'd be worth it. But that's 8 mana, brother. Like I don't think that maybe at least 6 damage at bare minimum. Anyway, Rescue from the Underworld. In addition, what is this? It's 5 to cast. In addition, cost to cast Rescue from the Underworld sacrifices a creature. Choose a creature card in your graveyard. Return that card and sacrifice card to the battlefield on your unkept control. Oh, wow! So return the card and the sacrifice card to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of your next unkept turn. Exile Rescue of the Underworld. Damn. Okay, so this is definitely a great card. For 5 mana, you pretty much sacrifice a creature to take them out for 1 run. So if you're definitely in a team advantage where you're going to have to worry about the next attack killing you, you use this card, then you have 2 big boys on the field, you know, ready to go. That's definitely worth it, I think. We got the Lash of the Whip, which is 5. When a creature gets, target creature gets -4/-4 to end of turn. Not bad. Could just use a kill spell for cheaper, but you know what? If there's something that is unaffected, so like Hex Tech or something, or can't use spells, definitely has a use and purpose. But definitely very niche scenario, because not that many cards I think use Hex Tech. Children of the Night. Now this card I remember. I had this back in the day, which had lifelink in 2. It was definitely a useful card where you just need to grab life. You know. Is lifelink gains life, or no? Damage dealt by the creature also causes you to gain life. Okay, so yeah, lifelink, I forgot, it gives you the player health, which is not bad. Honestly, lifelink is not bad at all. So that's a good cheapy card in my opinion. Like I said, even though the number is in balance, you're getting lifelink for it, so you're getting way more better than just, you know, 2/2. We got Aspel the Wanderer. If you spend that, regenerate Aspel the Wanderer. Regenerate? What the fuck does that mean? Hold up. Magic the Gathering Regenerate. What does regenerate mean? Regenerate. Let's see. Is a form of evergreen keywords action until it removes from evergreen stats. So regenerate is a replacement effect, which means next time the permanent would be destroyed this turn, it isn't. Instead, is tapped, and all damage is removed. Oh, so this is a guy that, if for whatever reason, it were to die, you just pay the mana cost and it survives, which could be very good. For only 3 mana, you're pretty much avoiding death for the turn, which I don't know if that's repeatable. It doesn't say it isn't, so I'm assuming it's repeatable. So that's a very good card for 1, because you pretty much get an unkillable 1/1 as long as you have mana. And if you get like buffs on that creature that's permanent, that's going to be a threat to be reckoned with. We got the Blood Troll Harpy, flying. When Blood Troll enters the battlefield, each player loses 1 life. Definitely an execution card. I don't think it's worth 3 mana. I think it's actually worth 2 in my opinion. So I don't really like the card. But if it's one of those things where, hey, your opponent's on 1 life and they don't have much to, block with, besides their creatures, definitely something that you could use to kill somebody. But definitely there is spells out there that will do that for you for cheaper, technically speaking. And we got 2 of them, of course. This is the one I didn't want to get 2 of. Also, we went on a small tangent where we only get 1 of each one. Now we're getting 2 again. Oh shoot, we got Morgie's Marauder. When Morgie's Marauder enters the battlefield, up to X target creatures gain Intimidate and Haste until end of turn, where X is your devotion to black. Each black in your mana pool costs permanents you control gain towards devotion. Okay, so however black permanents you have on the field, that's the number you get to use to put Intimidate and Haste on, which I don't remember Intimidate either. So we're gonna back up. Magic the Gathering Intimidate. Let's see, Intimidate. Clean, nice. I'm checking some of these backs now to make sure they're not dirty. Intimidate, depicted as a keyword. A creature with Intimidate can't be blocked except by artifact creatures and or colors. Okay, so or colors share the same color. So when you put Intimidate on something, it means it can only be blocked by artifact creatures or the one that uses the same mana color. Which, for 3 mana, is not a bad card, honestly. That's pretty good. Like, even though it's not a match for the 3/3, you're getting something that's going to buff the out of all your other creatures for cheap, which is not bad. Okay, Undead Minotaur. I definitely had this one in my deck a while ago. For a 3, you get a 2/3. It was a very basic card. I used it occasionally when I need like a filler card, just like a placeholder, when I had a lot of mana built up. But other than that, it's kind of like a throwaway card most of the time for me. Not gonna lie, being the fact that it's only a 2/3. I mean, that works kind of cool. I'll give you guys another close-up since I did it so quickly, but I don't think it's really that worth it, in my opinion. We got Refocus, which I don't remember if we had this one or not. Untap creature, draw a card for 2 mana. Not bad. That's definitely helpful if you need to use it, keep your blocker up and going. And if for 2 mana just to get another card in your hand, not bad at all. I would recommend having those in your hand. I wish I had 2 of them. I hope I have 2 of them from the last set. So, duplicates on that would be nice. Douse and Gloom we already seen. I don't know if this would be 2 or 3 of these. But for those who don't know, it's the fair card we said does 2 damage and 2 life back to you. For only 3 mana, which is not bad. We have Will of Naga. Wow, that's a face all right. For 6 mana, you get devolve each card you exile from your graveyard while casting the spell pays for 1. Tap to untap 2 creatures. Those creatures don't untap during their controller's next untap turn. Wow, that's pretty good. They put a lot of currency on develop. It must be good attack. It just develop just doesn't seem, in my opinion, that good. I mean, I guess technically speaking, if you exile a lot of stuff, you can put this card down for free and pretty much tap a lot of creatures. but it's like an instant spell, right? So it's like you're pretty much banning any creatures, and especially if you have anything you want to pull from the graveyard, you're kind of fucked. We got a bird soldier here. We got a Alsbian sky captain for 4 mana. Flying when he dies. Bolster. You can for 2 choose a creature with the least toughness among you. Get +1 counter. 2+1 counters on it permanently. Not bad for 4 mana. That's pretty good. That's definitely something you can use like to sacrifice and buff, especially if you have cards that say, "Hey, sacrifice a creature to do something," like the Under the World card. Then you get this back, and you get another creature on the field next turn, which is not bad. We have Enchanted Awareness, which is pay 5 mana, draw 3 cards, then discard a card. That is not worth it. This is for 5 mana, you draw 3 cards and then you discard a card. I'm pretty sure we've seen cards you get to draw 3 and you don't have to discard 4 or less. So that is not a good card. I'm sorry, it's not. If someone knows about discarded cards that you'd benefit from that, sure, but then you're forcing your deck to have to discard cards just for like something that, is not even worth it. We got a Smoldering, what is it? Smoldering Efrit? Eferiet? I don't know how to pronounce that, for 2 mana. When Smoldering Efrit dies, deal 2 damage to you. Well then, it's a 2/2 for 2 mana. It's not a good card. It's just not. Okay, so those 2 cards have been kind of throwaways, but you know what? Hey, at least you got different cards, and there's only one of each, thank God. Hunt the Weak. It's a sorcery card. Put +1/+1 counter on a target creature you control. Then that creature fights target creatures you don't control. Each deals damage equal to its power to the other. Oh, so you force people into combat. These are not bad spell cards. Definitely something where you're going to want to have some of these because it allows you to manipulate the battlefield. 4 mana is kind of high, but it does give you a +1/+1 on there, so it is giving you advantage, which is not bad. We got Rune Mark, which is an enchantment for 3. Enchanted creature +2/+2. Enchanted creature has the first strike as long as you control a white or black permanent. It's kind of weird for a fire card, but okay. Definitely not bad for 3 enchantments, especially if you're going to pair this with a white or dark deck. Really good card, actually. I think I'd put that in a later dark deck for fire. We have Formless Nurturing, another sorcery card. Manifest the top card of your library, put +1 counter on it for 4 mana. Manifest the top card. Manifest? What the fuck does manifest mean? What you mean just get it into your hand? Magic the Gathering Manifest. A keyword. Introduced with Reforge. Manifest a card. You put the card onto the battlefield face down. Whoa! Okay. What? To manifest a card, it says on the card. I'm stupid. Then turn it face up anytime for its mana cost if it's a creature card. That is actually kind of cool, though. So you pay to put it on the field as like a 3/3, technically speaking. And it could be anything. You don't know what it is. And then, you can pay its cost to turn it over to see what it is. But that's like a gamble card. That's actually kind of cool, though. Like, it makes you think, is it worth it, If you have a lot of your powerful cards in your hand, you're probably not going to want to flip it. Anyway, we got Tigris Cruelty. It's another one of those developed cards you exile for less cost than the spell. Each opponent discards 2 cards. Definitely something you'd want to use in a multiplayer game. Most Magics are one-on-one, but there is games where people play multiple people at once. And if you want to build a deck that's for grouping, you're definitely going to want to have that card in there. We got Renowned Weaponsmith. We had this guy before. We've had only one of him, so this will be a 2 repeat. This was on the first stream when we did this. I do remember he was one of the last cards we did. If I corrected. Finally, we got another land. Let's go. It's another dual color, but it's black and red. So we've had we have black of everything. We have black green, black red, and then black blue. We have 2 black greens though. So definitely, if I'm going to be forced to make a deck with using these cards, definitely leaning towards black deck because that's the mana I'm getting so far. That or I might just buy cheap land cards on eBay or Amazon. We got Marshash's Disdain. Counter target spell unless it controller pays 1 for each card in its graveyard. Wow. That is definitely something you play late game and it just screws the other person over as a counter spell. I would think for 3 mana this is actually really good. Definitely going to be kind of a niche scenario with waiting for late game, but hey, you know, the only thing I see downside is if you go late game and you didn't kill anything. So I think this would work well with the green deck. Or if you play a bunch of kill spells like a red deck. Anyway, we got Siltar's Rune Mark. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2. Enchanted creature has Death Touch, and as long as you control a green or black permanent. Okay, so definitely something you could put with a death deck or a green deck, which not bad. Honestly, pretty good card. I think these ones that do have that just, you know, get the enchantment to get the +2/+2 plus the remark as long as you have a color are worth it. Because at least you're getting the enchantment at bare minimum. And I'm assuming you built the deck to be able to utilize all of its potential. Same thing. We got Asbrin's Remark, which is an enchant +2/+2 with vigilance for green or black. Again, not bad. I think I would use these cards in my decks. This being green or black, though, you could probably stack these two for... Oh no, this is green or blue. Ooh, that might be a bit tricky to put multiple of these things in. You definitely only can really use one unless you have duplicates. Avian Surveyor. When it enters the battlefield, choose one, put a +1/+1 Avian Surveyor down, or return target creature to owner's hand. So definitely put somebody away. For 5 is a 2/2. Kind of pricey. Not gonna lie, kind of pricey. I mean, theoretically, you could turn it to your hand, then you could put down another one and put another +1/+1 down. But then you're taking a 2/2 out to leave a 1/1. I guess if you want to do late game on that, maybe. I don't know. We got a Frontier Mastodon. It is it has ferocious. Frontier Mastodon enters the battlefield, gains +1/+1 counters on it if you control a creature with 4 or greater. So this is technically a wow, for only 3 mana. Holy shit! Definitely, if you have a strong boy on the field, this is gonna be something you want to keep on the field. Because you know, for 3/3 and you have, you know, that benefit, you're looking at a 4/3, which is really good. That does a lot of damage. We got Great Horned Crucifix. It's a 3/5 for 5. It's pretty decent. I would recommend using it if you need just a filler heavy hitter. To enchant for a light deck, it's not bad. Shout out to that artwork though. Let's see. We got. Ooh, looks kind of cool. We have a Steelclad. What's that? Okay. We have a Steelclad Spirit. It's Defender. When enchanted, enters the battlefield under your control. Steelclad Spirit can attack this turn as though it was not a Defender. So you get to use it as a weapon. For 2 mana, that's not bad. Honestly, if you got enchantments, this is really good because you could just drop an enchantment on him and then he's a weaponized, you know, whatever you added to him. Honestly, I would recommend that card for 2 mana. That's not bad at all. We got the Wanderer again. I'm glad I got a second one of these because these guys are pretty much fucking immortal as long as you have mana, which is great. We have a Wingstead Rider. It has flying and heroic. Whenever it casts a spell, a target a flyer puts a +1/+1 token on the rider, which is good because cast a lot of spells, put a lot of +1 counters on it. It's stackable. Actually, you know, we'll probably look that up. Magic the Gathering is heroic stackable. Let's see. Heroic abilities won't trigger when a copy of a spell is created, or spell is created on the stack, or when the spell's target can be changed, including. So, okay, so it does stack. Even spells target creatures with heroic multiple times. Does it stack though? It only triggers when the creature controls casts a spell. It's not as a heroically can trigger whenever it casts a spell. Include spells that target. Sorcery or a creature is not permanent. Trigger once a spell. Once per spell. If that spell targets a creature, no. It doesn't say. Let me check. Maybe there's something on the wiki about it. It does stack. Okay, so that's actually helpful, which is nice. So that heroic ability where you can get the +1 on that counter for casting a spell actually does help. Okay, sorry about that. I had to read into that. I just wanted to make sure, because to me, it seems kind of broken if you're able to cast a lot of spells for cheap, which you can really boost this creature up like no one's business. So you gotta be wary of kill spells on that one. We have Scholar of Aetheros. Each opponent loses 1 life. You gain the life equal to life lost this way. Okay, so you can just slowly drain them. 3 mana for 1/4, and then you use it elsewhere round after round. Slowly drain somebody. I don't know if you can use that multiple times. I think you can, because it's technically just a mana amount, not a tapping amount. We have the Silent Artisan, which is just a 3/5 for a 5 value. Not the best, but you know what? Does the thing. It's actually kind of cool that he's actually hiding as the rock. Which I always think is kind of cool. A lot of like nice hand-drawn ones on these. We had another one of these, which is pretty good. The Scholar of Aetheros. Definitely if you get multiple of these motherfuckers down and you just use all of them, you just be slowly draining the opponent of their health. You need a lot of copies of those to make that terrifying though. Traveling Philosopher, I remember getting this one too. It's a very basic card. It's 2 mana for a 2/2. I really only recommend this card if you do like a human deck or something. Other than that, you're just getting, you know, what you got out of it. Or if you need like a light deck of some kind. I got another duplicate, one of these, which is nice. One of these bad boys. We're getting to the end here. We got the, oh yep, we got another Laguna Band Elder. Yeah, that gives you life. We already talked about this one, which is really good. I'm glad I got a duplicate of this one. I think this will be 2 or 3 on this one. I don't remember. It's weird because like some of them I can like look at the artwork and I can visually remember. Oh yeah, we already got that many. And then there's others where I'm like, did we get that many? I don't know. A Cavalry Pegasus. It is a 2. Has flying when enters a battle attacks. Humans gain flying until end of turn. Wow. Attacks. Each attacking human gains. Wow. Okay, that's kind of cool. Is that? Oh no, that's. I thought that was dirt because there's like the wing looks like it's going off the artwork, but it's actually just the artwork itself. I was like, dang, is that more dirt? Shame. Shame. We are on to the Observant. What the fuck is that? Elcid? Bestow. When you do the Bestow, it gives Vigilance and enchanted creature +2/+2. With that has Vigilance, which is not bad. Not bad. Like I said, for 3 mana, there's a 2/2 and the ability to enchant creatures. Very nice, very nice. Chosen by Heloid. Enchant creature gets this. Okay, so this is enchantment. Sorry, I didn't read that part. Enchantment for 2. Chosen creature by Hillary enters the battlefield, draw a card. And you get +0/2 on that creature, which is a good way to make something tanky. Okay. We are getting near the end here, so we're going to do a smaller stack for this. Which we did a pretty sizable dent. I technically think I had 500 backward seals, and we're definitely, I think, past the 500 point. My worry is that I'm going to try and put these in here, and I don't know if they're going to fit because the seals make them slightly bigger than they once were. I gotta stretch. Okay, we're back into the elementals. We got a Fire Fiend Elemental with haste. No combat sickness. Renown 1. When this creature deals combat to a player, if it isn't renown, put 1/1 token on it. Okay, so essentially, if it deals damage in combat to a player, it becomes as a +1/+1 token on there. So for 4, it's worth it because it becomes a 4/3, and it has haste, so you can use it right away before anything else happens. So there's no summoning sickness on that, which is pretty good. Yeah, one. Holy shit! Volcanic Rambler for 6 mana. You're getting a 6/4. Volcanic Rambler deals 1 damage to target player. Wow, this thing is just a big fuck you card. Kind of nichey because you have to like use it to do excess damage, but you know, not bad. We're getting into some, I think, planeswalkers or something. There's a bunch of yellow cards here. We got another Fire Fiend Elemental. We did that. We have a Sky Knight Legonianar. It's a human knight. It has flying and haste, and it's a 2/2, which is for 3 mana. Not bad. Honestly, a decent card. Definitely could be helpful. We got another gold one here. It's an Armored Wolf Rider. Another dual one for 4/6. For 5 mana and a dual color. I mean, for the extra health, kind of. And if you're already running a dual color deck, I guess it works, but it can be very locky where you get stuck with having to get a lot of mana and the right colored mana. We got the Deputy of Arcturus. Has flash. When taking into the battlefield. I'm sorry about that. Ugh. I'm not lying in the sleep well last night, so I'm gonna be a bit yawny as well. It is technically as an instance cast. When it enters the battlefield, you may return another target creature you control to its owner's hands. Oh, you control, so maybe to protect something. Debbie's definitely if someone's gonna block and you're about to kill it, you cast her to save it. We got a Nevic Cyclops Defender. When you cast an instance or spell, the Psychic gets +3 till end of turn, and can attack this turn through. It doesn't have Defender, so definitely a spell one that you want to use. For cheap, 1/4 is not bad. You pretty much get a 4/4 if you cast a spell. And it can attack that turn, which is actually really good. That's a really good card. The only downside, obviously, is the dual color, but it's only 3 mana, which you're going to have 4/4 for 3 mana. We got Vishnio First Blade, haste. When he enters the battlefield, it gains +2/+2 until end of turn. Definitely a rush character, because you're going to attack first round with a 4/4, and you know you might as well do it. So for 3 mana, not bad at all. That's another good card. That's really good. I'm glad I got duplicates of the Cyclops guy. The Cyclops guy is pretty pog. I always like defenders that can go and attack anytime you do something, because you can ramp up a lot of these. Because imagine, for example, I have both my Cyclopses. I cast one spell, now I got both 4/4s that can attack. That just came out of defender position. We got the 10th District Legionnaire, which you can use haste when you cast a spell. That target 10th District Legionnaire puts +1/+1 token on 10th Legionnaire Legion, and then you get to scry. For 2/2 and only 2 mana of the multicolored, Definitely not bad. Also recommend these cards. So the yellow ones I would highly recommend. Those are really good. Closing on the ending here. Definitely gonna be a shorter stream today. I do apologize for that. Because I'm running out of seals to put these in. I thought there would be more older cards. So I got, you know, my old card seals out, but like we haven't ran into one, which is surprising. We got Genmare Fixer. Genmare Fixer gets +1/+1 till end of turn. If the mana from the treasure was sent to... What the fuck? Wait a minute. Genmare Fixer has +1/+1 until end of turn. If the mana from a treasure was spent to activate this ability, put +1/+1 on her. I don't know what the fuck a treasure is, but I guess if you build your deck with treasure, for 2 mana, you're getting a 4/4 out of it, which is not bad. Let's see here. We got Deputy of Aquarius is a human wizard with flash. When Deputy enters the battlefield, you may return another creature you control into your hands. So again, another saving card. I think it's kind of similar, except it has different colors. So again, as long as you're using the manas, these cards work. Obviously, using them together is not good unless you have a bunch of ways to do multicolored mana, or you have those utility manas we were talking about. Let's see here. Let me pull this up really quick. There we go. Whoa! What the hell? Whoa! They got some. Look at these cards. Look at these cards right here. They got some cool looking stuff on it. Masked Bandits, Raccoon Rogue. Why does this look familiar? This is definitely a crossover event card. It looks like it, right? Hold on. I need to figure this out. Magic the Gathering, Masked Bandits, Raccoon Rogue reference. This is definitely a reference to something, right? What is this? This has to be a reference. I could have swore a raccoon with a mask like thing. Like there was definitely a character this looks like it's referencing. Like the clothes or something. And it's Bandit MTG card. Or maybe it's just its own card. It looks cool though, and it has like a special frame and everything. Definitely an expensive card to play too. Raccoon Rogue. Streets of... How about it? It's currently being... Oh, you can see how much it's sold for, of course. It's currently... Yep. But what's the reference? Okay, I guess there's no reference. I thought there was a reference. Maybe someone will come up with a reference to this, but... Anyway, so Masked Bandit is Vigilance and Menace. Exile Masked Bandit from your hand. Target lane. Oh, sorry, I thought I smelled smoke. Anyway, maintenance. While exile bandits from your bandits from your hand. Target land gains. Add or until Masked Bandit is cast from exile. You cast Masked Bandit as long as it remains in exile. You may cast Masked Bandit from okay. So that's definitely a trade-off for like a tap and land, and it looks super cool, but I don't think it's that much worth it. I mean, you're definitely getting a truckload of mana, and it's a 5/5, which is kind of cool, but you definitely have to play risky to get all 3 of these. Oh, I just got a message. Give me 1 second. What is this? You're fine. Thanks for the follow, Jessica. I hope I keep going. I don't know. This is kind of tiring, and plus I need more sills. At bare minimum, this will probably, for those who are watching this content and actually want to see more of this, this will probably be a little bit in the sense that I definitely need more time to oh, it's frozen. Okay, it's not frozen. I thought it was frozen for a second. I definitely need more time to get more seals, but also it is taxing the hell out of me to do all of this because it's a lot to talk through, and I'm not used to talking that much. So I don't know how much I'm going to be doing this later on. Apparently, like I said, I have to wait for this, which will probably be till next weekend when I have the day off. But anyway, going back into it, we have the Rakish Revelers. I don't know what the hell that is. When they enter the battlefield, creates a 1/1 green and white citizen token. You can exile them from your hand to gain the tap, add all these manas, or cast it. So this is definitely ones that you'd be using to cast a lot of mana. The part I don't understand is that these things cost a lot to use, though. Like unless I'm really gonna go for a 3 mana colored deck, which can be very risky, at least when I used to play. It could be. We got Spara's Adjusticators. It's another 5 mana for 4/4. When they enter the battlefield, target creature and opponent controls, you can attack or block until the end of your turn. You can spend it, and they get the tap extra mana, and it becomes exiled. Which again, I don't know if that's worth it. I would have to use it to understand how that works. The card is very complicated, is what I'm trying to say, and I don't understand how they fully work. They look pretty though, which I do like. I do like pretty cards. Shattered Sheriff, flying when Sheriff enters the battlefield, gain 3 life. While Sheriff is your hand, yep, and then you can tap it for the mana. Yep. We already know that. Cool. 2 more of these. Looks like we're going back to the normal cards now. We got the Sorcerer, Violent Impact for 4 mana. Destroys target artifact or land. Good card for destroying land for 4 mana, not worth it. Cycling, discard this card and draw a card. Not bad. This is a really good card, honestly. Anytime you're destroying land, it's a really great spell card. You know, it's kind of worth the mana because you're going to remove resource from them. So this is a really good card. We are on to, what is this? Light 'em up. That's kind of cool. Light 'em up. Hell yeah. It's like a edgy teen thing. We got 2 mana, and it has casually, as long as you cast the spells, you may sacrifice a creature with power 2 or greater. When you do, a copy of this spell is put, copy of this spell, and you may choose. You do copy this spell, and you may choose a new target for the copy. It deals 2 damage up to target creature planeswalker. Okay, so that's cool. So you can pretty much target. You sacrifice a creature and force the opponent to sacrifice one of their creatures, which is good. Really quick, I'm going to check what that smell is because I think it smells smoke. I can't tell if that's outside or. I hope it's not coming from a computer. That would be horrible. Let me check my computer really quick. No, it's not coming from the computer. Where the hell is that smell coming from? Never mind. I figured out my neighbors are actually cooking food right now. So stuff got a little bit burnt. That's why it smelled like burnt. Although it was bacon, so it had somewhat of a good smell to it. It just concerned me a bit. It smelled like burning meat, which is concerning. Anyway, getting back into it. We're gonna move on to it. For those who don't know, I live in an apartment, so my neighbors are fairly close to me. We got another Violent Impact again. But yeah, so I do apologize for that. We got, it looks we got 2 Strangles. Strangle for 1 mana. Strangle deals 3 to a target creature or planeswalker. See, this seems worth it. It's 1 mana, and you get to just outright do it. This is definitely sorcery cards you're going to want to have on hand because even though the sorcery cards are limited time, they still do, like for 1 mana, it's still great. You know, you're getting something out right away, and can be beneficial at taking down things you need to worry about. I think these are great cards. Anyway, we got Kami of Restless Shadows. When it enters the battlefield, choose one. Return one ninja or rogue creature from your hand to the graveyard, or put target creature from your hand. Put target creature from your graveyard to the top of your library. Okay, and it's a 5 mana for a 3/3. Not bad. Definitely gonna need rogues or ninjas to make this one really tick. Unless you just use the base values of it, and you just need a card that gets a card out of your graveyard into the top of your deck. We got Angel's Mercy. Let's go. For 4 mana, you gain 7 life. That is really good. Wow, that's really good. Yes, it's an instance, but that's like a do or die card. That's like, you know, last save. I would highly recommend, if you have a life deck, that would be a card to have, because that will definitely save you, especially when there's like win conditions with some bullshit cards that say, oh, well, if this happens, you win the game. Definitely something you want to keep, because a lot of things do that, where it's like, if you have less than 10 health or 10 health, you know, you win the game. You definitely want to have that. We got a Cordia Pegasus, has flying 1/3 for 2. Not bad, not bad. I think that's fair, especially if you're getting flying out of it. It's a good trade-off. For the 1/3, it's kind of rough, because then you don't get the benefit of the flying, but, you know, hey, what are you going to do? We got the Sunspire Griffin. Has flying for 2/3, and it's a 3. Another one which is not bad. It has flying as well. Honestly, this one is actually kind of better, because unlike this one, even though it's 1 less mana, you're getting 1 extra damage and more of the same health, which is kind of a good trade-off with the flying. And good thing we got 2 of those and not 2 of the other one. So you know what? Fair. I'm okay with that. That was definitely a win. A very small win, but a win nonetheless. We got Midnight Duelist. Protection from Vampires. Wow. For 1 mana as 1/2. Not bad. You know what? Here's the thing. A lot of people are going to be like, this is extremely niche. Not to mention that's cool artwork. It's extremely niche, but it's just meant to be that 1 mana card, you know, for 1/2, and it has the added benefit of Protection of Vampires. I would say if you need cards to sacrifice for cheap, this is definitely one you can use. If you wanted to bring something back, or if you wanted to use something to use a spell that needs a sacrifice for a greater benefit, cheap card you can play and kind of worth it. Not gonna lie, people underestimate those types of cards because it's like, well, it's cheap and it's very niche, you know. Anyway. Azir's Arrestor. For 2 mana, when Azir's enters battlefield, detain creature an opponent controls. Until your next turn, that creature can't attack or block, and its activated ability can't be activated. Wow. Damn. That's definitely a good card. For 2 mana, that's a 2/1. Brother, that is kind of great, because you're pretty much denying a card for only 2 mana, and you're getting 2/2 out of it. Hell yeah, I'll take 2 of these. It'd be crazy. Ah, oh, dang it, we got a duplicate of the one I didn't want, the Pegasus that we got earlier. I wonder if there's like cards that say, you know, buff all your Pegasus, because we do have a lot of Pegasus, I just realized. It would be something that, you know, you'd want to have, especially for, you know, if you have all these Pegasus. I kind of wish I did get a spell for Pegasus. Anyway, we got 2 of the same thing, and then 1 more after that. So we have the Sewer Crocodile. Welcome to Florida. For 6, you get a 4/6, and it has, you can do 3 mana plus a blue. Sewer Croc can't be blocked this turn. This ability costs 3 less to activate if there are 5 or more mana values among a card in your graveyard. There are 5 or more mana values among the card. Okay, cool. So this is one of those things where you could definitely make this card very broken. Good thing we got duplicates of it. I think that's a good trade-off for 6, because you're pretty much forcing 4 damage down their throat, as long as you got the mana to cast for it. We got another boar here. Looks like a different boar. We have the Brindle boar. It's 3 mana for a 2/2. So there you go. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of boars in Magic as well. So I'm assuming there might be some boar enchantment cards as well. We're getting there. We're almost at the end, guys. We've got like, actually probably counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have 14, which you could probably count that out, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's take 4 more. 14. Perfect. Okay. Of course, we get Cancel, the most classic blue spell. For those who don't know, Cancel is you pay 3 mana and counter spells. It's a very simple card, very straight to the point. If you're really new to Magic, this will be your first counter spell. It's an instance card. Everybody knows it if you're in the Magic community. It's very, very straightforward. Okay, we got Devouring Swarm, which we had yesterday. For those who want to know what that looks like or where the text is, that's what we're looking at. Which is great. The fuck is this? Fling? I've never seen anything like this. Fling for 2 mana. As an additional cost to cast Fling, sacrifice a creature. Fling deals damage equal to that sacrifice creature's. That's funny. Okay, so essentially you're actively throwing your creature's damage at them. So say you have like a 2/2 and you cast Fling on the 2/2, that you're throwing the 2/2 at whatever and it deals 2 damage to it. We got Frost Breath, tap 2 target creatures. Oh, tap up 2 target creatures. Those creatures don't untap during the controller's next turn. Okay, for a 3 cost, that's good. You want to block out creatures. Perfectly good instant spell. Highly recommend it. Got a duplicate of that one, which is kind of nice. Cool artwork, it looks like. I think that's what is it? Oh, that's like the Viking, the guy looking doing it. Viking mage or some kind. This one I also remember playing in the video game. This Hellhound. I think I also had the card for this. But Fury Hellhound. Fury Hellhound gets +1/+0 until end of turn. If you spend 1 extra mana, it's a 3/2 normally, which is not bad. Not great, but not bad. Definitely something you could just use to do a lot of damage early, I think, because, you know, got another Cancel. Which these you could have as many as you want, and they're just outright toxic. Because as long as you have mana, you can just be like cancel, cancel, cancel. We got a Bonebreaker Giant. You cast 5 mana to summon him, and he's a 4/4, which is not bad. Kind of expensive, but you know, I guess if you need Bonebreaker Giant, he's there. I guess. I don't know if I would use that one. Nope, we got another Fury Hellbound. Or Hellhound, excuse me. Not bound. Okay. We got another Brittle Boar. Yeah, Brittle Boar, yep. And this is the one that if you oh wait! But yeah, this one, the sacrifice gives you life, which is good if you need it. I mean, it's 3 mana, it's a 2/2. It's definitely like a power surge. If you need something to sacrifice, I would recommend this because then you're just going to bundle health while at the same time doing whatever you need to do the sacrificing for. Leeching Bite. Whoa, that's weird. It kind of looks like the alien from Alien Isolation. Leeching Bite, you get 1 mana plus land. Target creature gets +1 until end of turn. Another target creature gets -1 until end of turn. Ah. That's kind of cool. And so you're pretty much moving a 1/1 off of one of your creatures or any other creature that's on the field. So, you know. Oof, ads. Ads help me pay for absolutely nothing because I don't make money off of this. I hope it's a good ad. I don't think I have ads turned on though. Maybe it forcefully turns them on. I don't know. Blah. I love you though. Sorry, Suki is in chat. Maul Splicer. When most player enters the battlefield, put a 3/3 colorless golem artifact token on the battlefield. Golem creature you control has trample. Oh, that's kind of cool. Cool. Oh, that's a 7 though. So that's a 1/1/7. So it's definitely for a 1/1 and a 3/3 to put on the field. And his trample. That's barely a trade-off. I think it should at least be like a 5 instead of 7 for enchantment. At bare minimum a 6 at least. So I miscounted, so we gotta do one more card. We're going to look at your final card of the day, guys, is the Roted Heuristic. It has nothing to it. It's a 5/3/6, so it's 5 to cast, 3/6 to put down. It auto puts it on payrolls unless you have it run manual ads. Oh, well, that's okay. We're done for the day. If you're still watching, your mind rot. Anyway, that's been the cards for today. We did make some progress. We're definitely making progress in the sense that we have this chunk and we have another chunk in the other thing. But for those who are wondering how does sleeves expand like the space, I'm gonna just show this as a representation. May mind you, there's a lot of space that was left in this box in the beginning of the stream. Now with the with the sleeved cards, is this gonna fit? Oh, there we go. That space is practically almost gone again. So yeah, sleeves definitely add space, which I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna probably have to buy more sleeves and more like a card collector system to hold a bunch of cards to make decks and stuff with. But that's so far it of the cool stuff for as far as the stream goes. Big shout out to them again. Like I said, if you want to go check them out, they're on Amazon. Cool Stuff Inc. You can buy a 1,000 card set now for 20 bucks. I got it for 10, I guess, when it was on sale. But it's definitely something you want to go check out. I don't know if they sell anything else. I mean, I guess you can take a look here really quick. We'll put up the filler screen. I'll take a look here for you and see if they got anything else. But I highly recommend them if you're someone who's wanting to get into Magic. The only thing I would highly recommend is possibly looking into getting lands. Because lands is one of those things you're going to need to play the game. And even though they give you a bunch of spells and creatures and stuff to play with, you need those cards. It's kind of like trying to play Monopoly without having the money to pay for the property. Like there's no like items. Or sorry, there's no money to pay for the items. That'd be my only one downside. Other than that, let me see what else they do. It looks like the price is slightly went up. Now it's up to $22.99, so we're at $23 for 1,000 cards. Which, again, is not bad in the sense that if you buy the normal deck, so like the Assassin's Creed thing I paid, I think it was like $30. I paid a little under that price for this set, and I've gotten way more Monsters Magic cards out of it. So it's definitely something you want to get. I think you're technically getting around the same price if you go to... you're getting around the same price if you go to... buy the land cards, so it'll be probably $30 to get land cards, but you're definitely getting way more just playable cards in general over the amount. So definitely worth it. Let me see here. Okay, let's see. Where is their marketplace? Was it Magic that did this? No. Visit Magic. Wait, was Magic the company that did Cool Stuff Inc? I didn't think they did. Is that by... let's see. Booster, Jump Booster bundles. Starter products, casual play. I don't see. The weird thing is on Amazon, the page lists for the Magic store, like Wizard of the Coast for Magic, but it doesn't show who sells this. Oh, here we go. Sold by Cool Stuff Inc. So Cool Stuff Inc. has this. It looks like they have a bunch of other board games and stuff. They have Magic, Pokemon cards, They got they have a 50 set you can get for that has at least 25 plus rares and uncommons. Buying options appear to be for that. Only $6. That's kind of sus. I don't know if I would trust that. I mean, to be fair, they gave me a shit ton of cards for $6. And, you know, it was a good deal, but god damn. Oh, and you can, okay, so you can buy 500 lands of each type for $29.99. I don't know why you need that many lands, but you could do that. Get foil, you can get 100 foil lands for like $12, which I actually might look into purchasing, which is really cool. They also got Yu-Gi-Oh cards. They got a $1,000 bundle of Magic the Gathering for $18. I guess it's they're doing a sale on that one right now. They got tokens you can purchase for Magic the Gathering. They got Murders at Carvel Manor, which is kind of cool. It looks like a discontinued Magic sets they do. And that's the one they're running right now. That set runs for $26, which is $4 cheaper than the normal, you know, $30 you pay for Magic sets. They got like individual cards you can purchase for a lot of games. They have a 4,000 pack bundle you can do for $80, which is very expensive. I don't see the worth in that because even though it's 4,000, you're still paying more for that, you know. I think that's it. Oh, they have a bunch of cool playmats you can use. They have the old Star Wars card game that you can pick up. They probably do, it looks like Magic stuff, but you could definitely get started in that. What is this? Assorted. Oh, there's foil cards you can get. But yeah. Damn, they do a lot of individual cards for Magic. It's also kind of weird because there's a bunch of like custom stuff. Like there's one where you can get 20 Battle Forest land cards for $10. That was like a specific brand, which must be like a rare brand, which is kind of cool. A lot of Magic and a couple like small individual Pokemon cards also here and there, which is kind of cool. I think that's it. I'm just scrolling through all just to make sure I don't miss anything. I mean, theoretically, I could just go to the last page and go backwards, but yeah, it looks like it's just all Magic the Gathering stuff. Well, okay. I guess that's that. The reason why I also wanted to see if they had other stuff is because on the front of their box, you guys probably saw when I was showing it, they had a D&D dice and cards, and then they had like the little pigment guy from the Civilization game. Not Civilization. Whatever the game where you have to like gather resources in the forest board game is. They had that, which I thought that maybe resulted in them actually having other stuff. But it looks like they don't have it currently. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to call it for today. If you guys want to do more of this, I might do it. I don't know. Like I said, it's a lot of talking. I enjoy doing it because it's something fascinating to look at all the artwork and stuff. But it does get tiring, both on my voice and generally just doing it. So I don't know if I might just leave them on my own later on. I'll definitely be uploading this one also to YouTube. Just this kind of stuff because again, I'm making this content right now and I like doing it. I don't know if it'll be permanent though. If you guys want more of this content, let me know. I'll be sure to give it to you. If not, kill like button, subscribe, become a Spartan today. Halos out. Bye.
Hello.